I want you to imagine your brain as this big ass maze. And if you watched the movie Maze Runner before, you will know that the maze shifts every single night. And that's what happens with our brain as well. Our thinking pattern shifts every single day. And it can be a good thing, so you can use it to adapt new environments, pick up new skills, learn new things. That is really good. It's like nature of human. But when you overthink about things, so this map, the way out of this maze is your consciousness. The consciousness in your brain is like this, the voice in your head. Alright, and it's telling you to do things and not to do things. What to do, not to do. Is it safe to do, is it not safe to do? And instead of confidently just looking at the map, alright, I'm gonna go here, to the left, to the right, go straight a little bit, and then boom, I'm out. Instead of thinking confidently and finding a way out, you start to overthink all the possible outcomes. You start to overthink the things that would happen, the things that would not happen, the things that are the consequences, the pitfalls and the perks and whatnot. Now this is something called analysis paralysis, which not you but a lot of humans, basically all of the humans have experienced before, where you just constantly think about the tragedies or the possible things that are going to happen. Start thinking about all these things that you're not even focused on the main problem anymore. You're just starting to think, oh, if I go here, oh fuck, maybe there's a tree at that end and then I'm not gonna be able to get out and I gotta go back from the start. I gotta walk another way. You start thinking about all these things that sometimes don't even correlate to the problem itself. And just yesterday, I experienced this very same problem. So that's why I can kind of relate and tell you how to overcome this thing and why is it such like this really pinky fuck size problem that's actually bugging you. Yesterday my brain overthinked a lot and I was thinking about, oh fuck, if I don't go to this basketball training, I missed it already. Oh, then I'm not gonna be drafted for the competition. Oh fuck, I missed a little bit of work. I probably just did like 10 minutes that day. Then I'm not gonna be YouTube famous anymore, and think about this, that, whatnot, and all that shit. Sometimes it's already out of my control. I'm thinking about things that aren't even in my control anymore, that I can't even do about it. But I start to think more about it, and the more I think about it, the more fucked my brain gets. And I was just focusing on this small pinky fuck size problem for the whole day. And I was like thinking, I thought it was productive, but at the end it's just fucking up my mental health even more. So studies have shown that overthinking is just a lot like problem solving. But the difference between that is that problem solving, you just go from A, which is a problem, then you go from A, method 1, method 2, doesn't work, method 3, doesn't work again, and then, or maybe it does work. And then after that you just go to B, which is the outcome. So boom, problem solved. It goes in a straight line, simple. But for overthinking, you just start from A, which is the problem, and then you go to method 1. Doesn't work. You think it might work, so you go all the way back, and then it's kind of just thinks about, oh, method 2, then you try method 3, and then it's just like you just have this scatter of thoughts. You're just scattering your thoughts around the whole place, and you just don't even know which is true and which is not. You don't even know which one to believe. You don't even know which one to use, which one not to use at this point. And your consciousness is just fucking you up. It's like now there's two voices in your head telling you to do this, do that, do this, do that. Your brain is just fucked, it's fried. Studies have shown that overthinking can cause increase in stress hormone, which is stress and cortisol. And cortisol is this hormone that gets secreted from your adrenal gland, which is the top of your kidney. This cortisol, it puts you in this fight or flight mode, which can be put to good use. But if you're in fight or flight mode 24/7, all the time overthinking, that's going to fuck you up. It's going to fuck up your mental state. It's just going to put you in this negative state of emotions. And cortisol is the opposite of testosterone. So the more cortisol you have, the less testosterone you have. And the more it increases, the more testosterone decreases. So you, as a self-improvement guy, I'm sure that you've been trying to increase your testosterone or attract more females as much as you could, but imagine just by overthinking it, you just decrease your testosterone. So like, this is how fucked it gets. Not to mention that it leads to like more poor decision making. You don't even think rationally at this point. All of your outcome, the methods, all those things, it's just based on your emotions. Instead of logic, you just think emotionally at this point. So what you thought would work is end up the one that's going to fuck you up the most, because it's just based on emotions, and that's not how men are supposed to think. You're supposed to think stoically and just based on the logic. A few actionable steps you can take right now, like literally as you're watching this video right now, and I've taken as well, to avoid those consequences of overthinking. And number one is just simple as taking a deep breath. You just kind of just reset your thoughts, and your brain just kind of gets a refresh in your mind, and now you don't have to just keep thinking about this pinky fuck size problem. Number two is that you zoom out and look at the bigger picture. So what I like to do is, when I think from me, like this very person, this very figure that you're looking at, to the house, my house, and to the neighborhood, to the city, to the state, to the country, to the globe, to the solar system, to the Milky Way, to the black hole or whatever shit, and to the like universe, and boom, millions of universe. Like that's how far that you can zoom out to look at this very state of organism that you're literally touching, you're literally looking at. And when I visualize just a bigger possibility, and just look at it, look back at myself, and I'm like, does it really matter? Does this pinky fuck size problem actually serves any purpose in my life? Does this whole thought process of overthinking, is it really worth it? So why am I still doing this when there are endless of possibilities out there? Why am I still thinking about it? Of course, I don't want you to overthink about what I just said. So it's just zoom out and look at a bigger picture. Look at however you want to look at. And the third one is labeling, which has pretty much saved me from a lot of times. It's not just when you're overthinking, maybe when you have this negative thought that pops out from your head. Because I used to watch a lot of negative videos, listen to a lot of negative songs, and sometimes random like I think it's BDSM, like those violent porns, they even like pop out to my head that I used to watch. Maybe I watched it recently or whatever. Fuck. So how you can do is that whenever that negative thought pops out in your head, or you start overthinking, you just don't think about it, don't overthink about it, just let it stay there, and then just label it. It's just a negative thought, alright? That's not me, it's just a negative thought. And now, your mind just gets this signal where, alright, that isn't us, nothing is true from that, so gonna proceed to move on in our life. So that's the power of labeling. And you just don't really start to overthink about this pinky fuck size problem anymore. And with those said, you start to look at things from a different perspective, from a different lens. Because you don't have to just stay at the same problem and then think with the same way. Sometimes you can just shift, let your thinking pattern shift, and just start adapting to a new and more positive thought pattern. A quote that I searched up from fucking Google just to tell you is that overthinking is just an art of creating problems that weren't even there. It's pretty facts though. By the way, bro, if you like my content, then I think you would like our Discord server as well, which is the top link in the description below that you can join for free. And you might think, it's just another ordinary self-improvement YouTuber Discord server. What's so special about it? Well, we do weekly live Q&A calls where you can ask questions and I will give my personalized advice to you. And because it's still small, you basically have 24/7 access to me in text form, which is another benefit. And then you get early sneak peeks in the new videos. And last but not least, you get to socialize with high quality people who are on self-improvement instead of those loser classmates who still play video games and jack off to porn, so you don't drop your standards. I'll see you inside there, bro. Be the person you're supposed to be. Peace out, Margin. Take one, little bros.